Our neighboring country's largest airline halted operations early today due to a flight attendant strike. More than 10,000 workers walked off the job. Frankie McLister dug into its impact at MSP.
Some tense moments and some non-sleeping times because we're trying to figure out how we're going to get home.
A travel headache for Mickey Smith and her husband in Nova Scotia for a wedding. They received this text from the airline they booked round trip with, saying their flight from Halifax to Toronto, where they'll connect to return to MSP, is canceled and can't be rebooked.
When we were in Cape Breton, we had turned on the news and heard about the strike, potential strike, and thought, oh no.
That strike, the reason for its cancellation. On Thursday, Air Canada started to cut weekend flights as the strike loomed, which ended up happening Saturday morning by nearly 10,000 flight attendants, represented by the Canadian Union of Public Employees. That's until the Canadian government stepped in, forcing them to go back to work.
The Canada Industrial Relations Board to order the parties to resume and continue their operations and duties.
Mark Fenton arrived to MSP from Toronto on Saturday.
So there was a picket line when you arrived at the airport.
All Air Canada flights departing and arriving from MSP on Saturday were operated by a regional partner. Those flight attendants are not taking part of the strike as they're represented by a different union. But it's most travelers coming to and from Minnesota using the airline that say the layovers in Canada are what is messing up their plans.
I've actually booked another flight from here, from Minneapolis back to Heathrow with the expectation that my Toronto flight's going to be cancelled.
Something that Smith did too, having to miss work early next week.
We have the concern about enough medication. Both of us take medication.
Frankie McLister, WCCO News.
Those flight attendants are asking to be paid for their work before and after a flight. Right now, they're only paid for takeoff to touchdown. We've reached out to Air Canada and the union for comment and haven't heard back yet.